Yep. Today we're gonna put my rear bumper and tire carrier on to make this mall crawler
just a little heavier.
look important. I ain't even got a tire to put on it. No, I had the money.
I got a donut back there we can throw on there.
Heck yeah. I had the money. I figured, spend the money now, put it on, and whenever I get to where I'm ready to do the lift and stuff, that's all I got to worry about. But this is, says VJ.
Amazon special, Chinese special.
Yep.
From Amazon.
It's VIJAY. I gave $400 for it. You got this stuff. Come with a couple shackles like most every bumper does anymore. And a whole bunch of grade 8 hardware. So at least the hardware is good. And I got destructions around here somewhere. But we're going to pull off the rear bumper and put it on today.
Let's do it.
Alright. Alrighty guys, I'm going to take off the end caps so I can see to get into the bolts holding the bumper on. You don't necessarily have to do it, but I'm being lazy-ish. There's two on the bottom. One's back here, and then one's up on that front part. See, that's why I was doing it. I didn't want to get down there. That was a good catch. Ooh. Where'd that come from?
What is it?
Screw.
If anybody's looking for some TJ end caps.
Oh, ain't that some BS?
Why? What'd you do?
Oh, I think this exhaust is gonna be in my way.
We love exhaust.
Hey.
Kimball Midwest.
Yes.
For all your bolt and nut loosening needs.
And drilling needs.
And drilling, yeah.
This bumper has a bunch of lights on it. However, we're not hooking them up today. I got to get some switches to put inside, and I need to bring out my book that has the wiring diagram for the reverse lights and all of that. But they're not hard to hook up if you have all your stuff. If you have a switch, if you're just going to have them to where they click on and off. I'm going to run two of mine to the reverse lights. Two of them will be on a switch, and Bob's your uncle. But I think for now we're just going to tie them up out of the way.
That for each side. That for either side of the metal, and then the nut that goes on the other side.
I have absolutely everything in my way. Yeah, it's going to be the outsides, not the insides.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll cut that part out then.
Well, we'll just, hey, we were wrong. It's the outside ones that line up, not the inside. But there's only one set that's going to line up. Ready? Go ahead. I'll hold it in place while you get yours started. Yep.
The problem is These bolts don't seem like they're long enough.
Get it on, just get it started.
That's what I'm trying to do. It's not long enough.
Oh,
There, I got one. And I got a bolt now.
all right.
But, damn, that's short.
Well, so it's just a bolt,
Yeah, because there's a screw already underneath it.
bolt and a washer because your nut's already captured, supposedly.
I see mine just fine. I know where it's at. Mine's not.
You want me to kick it?
Kick it if you need to. Oh yeah, it moved. See if yours will go in now.
Did it go?
Yes.
Okay.
It even bent the tab up to where it goes.
Okay.
It is not going anywhere. I don't think it's coming off either.
Well, leave it there. It's there.
Yep. No coming off now.
Nope.
I already see a problem.
So do I.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. 3 bolts. 10 mil. Alright guys. So it doesn't say to put any kind of lube on the spindle. However, I don't know. I just believe you should. I could be completely wrong, but I'm going to. I'm going to lube it up and put it together. It don't have bearings or anything, so I don't know. I just feel like putting lube on it's the right answer. If not, I guess I'll come back later and tell you. I'm not done.
Yep.
That's not down all the way.
Nope.
I don't know if it goes down.
But see, I think a thin layer on there is not a bad thing, but. Yep, you just squeeze oil out, or grease out of it. I mean, it sits a little better. It seems like it might still need to go down just a smidge, but.
All right, guys, so the next step is your tire mount. This is only half of it. Here's the other half. Slides in and out like that, is adjustable. So it's a washer on the bolt side, and then on the nut side, it's a flat washer as well, and a nut. No, I need a nut. There we go.
So I did see, I mean, I guess it's a meme that's gone around for a while, but it's a Jeep that's probably on 44s, 46s, something like that. And it's a TJ. And on the back of it, it's got like a donut.
One of my tires.
Yeah. No, like a for real little,
Oh, yeah.
like a little car donut on the back of it.
There we
And they just put it on the back just like it was the tire that goes there. I thought it was pretty funny. Oh, you know, I'll put that back on.
Alrighty, guys.
There it is.
Yep.
Besides the electrical, that was easy.
Yeah.
There's too much grease.
Yeah, I put entirely too much grease on it.
There is such a thing.
Yep. A thin layer on it is still a good idea because it is.
But the tolerances on it are
Yeah, the tolerances
impressive.
are,
I don't think you're gonna wear out too much.
I mean, not if I keep a respectable tire on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this thing probably won't ever have anything over a 35 probably. So it should be plenty. Like I said, we put this on. It's just kind of, it is where it is for now. Once I get a spare and get it on here, I'll be able to adjust it for being able to see out of the back. Because right now I'm running 31s, so nothing major. But it wasn't bad. We made it worse than it was. We did end up reusing the hardware for the underside bolt versus what they sent.
For whatever reason, it just didn't fit.
That M12 by 30 was not right. And we've seen with the holes in it that it probably fits a wide variety of stuff, and that M12 probably fits something else. But we had the hardware, luckily it wasn't bad. So we just put it in, gave it a bunch of love, it went right in. I don't know, it's solid.
It does, this thing's pretty solid. Moves the whole Jeep.
Yeah, no more, the longer I use it, you know, let everything wear in. Now, one thing I will say about this thing came with a massive amount of rust inside it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but if you can see the floor, there's red everywhere. I don't know what that's about, but I paid $450, I think is what I actually paid for it. It's Chinesium and it is what it is. I'll use it, it'll work, and it'll either do me well or it won't. And if it don't, I have the makings to make my own later.
Yeah.
Because I can always cut that out and put a actual spindle on it and make something out of tubing.
Yeah, sure could.
If I ever get to learn how to use my tubing bender. But alright guys, I hope you...
Electrical wise,
Oh yeah.
it depends on how you want to do this. We might put a little insert in it later. We'll attach to the end of the video. You probably won't even notice it if you're watching this way down the line. But for those that are watching it right now, it is literally just a red and a black wire on all 4 of these lights. You can put all 4 of them to a switch. You just run all the blacks together, all the reds together. You can run them to a relay. They're LEDs, so you could run them straight to a 20 amp switch and you should be fine. Whether it's in the cab, whether it's on an S-Pod, whether it's whatever. You just run the wire all the way up to the front, put your hot on your switch and your ground to a ground. What you can do is you can take 2 of them, or shoot if you wanted all 4 of them, and hook them up to the trailer light wiring harness. So say you already have a trailer light wiring harness that come out from underneath it, you can either actually just buy one of the plugs or get, I think hell even Walmart has just the push-in plug. You can use that and just go straight to the backup light. Off the top of my head, I think it's the white one, because there should be a green, a yellow, a brown, and a white. And everything should be grounded. There's no ground that runs through the trailer wiring lights. Anywho, I'm almost positive it's the white. Now, that being said, it would be a great idea to put that on a relay, because these may draw more than what a regular trailer light may do. I don't know what the fuse would be in there. If it's less than 20, I would probably say it won't. If it is 20, you could probably get away with just running it straight to the white wire, tapping it in, and be good. Otherwise, you can put in a relay. I have a couple videos on doing relays, or items that have relays. You could refer back to those, but it's just a power in, a switch off, and a power out. Or I guess a switch in and a ground. Anywho. So, other than that, that's the lights. They will not be included in this thus far. So,
like I said, 2 of mine are going to be reverse lights, 2 of mine are going to be trail lights. But that being said, I hope you learned something. You enjoyed listening to our banner, because there wasn't a whole lot of room to see anything. But with that being said, remember to like, subscribe, and share. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.